It's coming up now on 8:16 on Acadiana's Morning News. Two guests in studio. Sarah Gauthier-Roy joining us along with Roland Hines. Y'all, good morning.
Good morning.
How are y'all doing?
Good.
Good. I love when we make it to Wednesday because if I can make it to Wednesday, I feel like, okay, I can tackle Thursday, I can tackle Friday.
Hump day.
Yes, it's going to be all right. All right, I want to talk a little bit about Red, White, and Blue Monday, a Veterans Day celebration, and a lantern parade. So who wants to start first?
I'll start. I'll give you a little history.
Yeah.
So a few years ago, probably 3 years ago, we have some friends who are European,
Mhm.
and there's a tradition in Europe where on St. Martin's Day, these kids make beautiful lanterns and they march through the town to spread their light on the world in celebration of St. Martin of Tours. Well, St. Martin of Tours is also the patron saint of veterans, and so Veterans Day falls on St. Martin's Day. So when we had this celebration with our European friends, I was like, oh, the whole Lafayette needs to know this.
Yes.
And so 2 years ago, we had the Lantern Parade, and it was a great success. We worked with Downtown Alive. We had it on a Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
Kids came out and made lanterns. We had the community nominate a living veteran to be the grand marshal of our Lantern Parade.
Love it.
And it was just a beautiful celebration. And that year, we highlighted the American Legion and the work that they did. Well, last year, with time constraints, it couldn't happen. So I was like, we're going to do it again this year.
It is back this year.
So I went to my wonderful friend, John Williams, who is, he runs Love of People and the Blue Monday Mission. And he's also the executive director of Upper Lafayette.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, Veterans Day's on a Monday, John. And it's
make
a
it
Blue
happen,
Monday. Let's
right?
make it happen.
Yeah. I love this.
So I called, we were looking for a veterans organization to highlight.
Mm-hmm.
And strangely enough, John's wife, Catherine, I posted on the world of Facebook saying, who knows of some local veteran organizations? And she commented and said that she met this woman at a grocery store who talked about her foundation, Two Navy Vets Foundation.
Wow.
And so I'm at lunch with John, and I look them up, and I read their mission, and I read everything on their website, and it was just like, I'm like, these are the people.
Mm-hmm.
These are the people that we need to let Lafayette know the work that they're doing, and so we can really bring attention to them and really get care and attention for our veterans on this special day.
Okay, talk to us. Roland, tell me about this organization.
Well, the Two Navy Vets Foundation, we do our best to help our veterans. And my wife is compassionate about CASA and foster system.
Yes.
So
me too.
She loves helping individuals who's out there on the streets to get connected.
Mm-hmm.
What started in 2014 as a family project.
Mm-hmm.
My wife cooked a Thanksgiving dinner. We're sitting around the house. She says, pack it up. We take it to a halfway house.
Nice.
Get home, great feeling. The question was, what are we going to eat tomorrow? And she said, God blesses us every day, so whatever you find in the refrigerator, that's what we have for Thanksgiving.
That's right.
So we went from there. We wanted our kids to know how it was to serve. So each month we would get plates of food, and we would go out and feed the community.
Mm-hmm.
That plate of food opened up the door for us as veterans to realize that there was a lot of homeless veterans out there that wasn't getting the care that they need. So that plate of food became our avenue to open up lines of communication. And so we started advocating for them. A couple of years down the road, it's all out of pocket. You know, God is grateful because nothing got turned off, and we were still able to.
Right? I mean,
this organization was able to grow.
Yes.
Well, my wife's brother, great friend of mine I've known all my life, we call him Pee-wee Polk, U.S. Army veteran. He passed away.
Mm-hmm.
So we were able to look at records and find out that, hey, you know, everything that he needed, he wasn't getting the care. So he just needed someone to advocate for him.
For him, yes.
And so we made that our core mission of that no other veteran that we would ever leave behind. But my wife is like, hey, I deal with more than just veterans.
That's right.
So she's adamant about not letting any child that's out there on the street that's transitioning from foster care get the avenues and assistance that they need. So it grew, and so Two Navy Vets still serving, because that was a family project, became Two Navy Vets Foundation.
Wow. What an amazing story. And I mean, that's faith in action and throwing your faith out there, and then all of this growing from it. And oh my goodness.
I loved when
this.
I read their thing, and it said that they took an oath to serve, and they are never going to stop serving. Like even though they're out of the service, like they still continue their vow of service. And then when I called Roland's wife, LaCondra, to be like, "Hi, I'm a total stranger, but we have this event we're doing, and we want you guys to be." And she was like, "What?" And I think she started crying. And then she's like, "Oh my goodness." So this is just an awesome thing that we have, like Upper Lafayette sponsoring this event. We want to highlight veterans, and then we want to bring children and have them involved with making lanterns to like really honor the true heroes that we have here in our community. So
and we have so many.
Oh my gosh, so many.
Thousands
Amazing
upon thousands.
how many we have that are not collected in the census.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people think veterans and they think like 90-year-old World War II veterans, right? But I've talked to so many veterans from like the Iraq War or veterans and that they just don't talk about it. It's not a part of their life.
Right.
And every year that I've done this and the more people I meet and talk to, it just like opens your mind up to a whole community of people that we don't discuss.
Yes, and that's exactly right. So how do we take part? How do we help out? And how do we find out more information?
Okay, perfect. So we have Theater Acadie, which is my theater community company. So it's TheatreAcadie.com. Or if you just look up Red, White, and Blue Monday on Facebook, you can find the event. Okay. So what we're doing is we start at Park Sans Souci. We're going to have some live music. Big Black's Q and Catering is going to have free hot dogs for the kids.
Cool.
And we're going to have materials out there for the kids to make their lanterns. Veterans to come out, enjoy the music, have fun with us. And then at 6:30, we're going to start our parade downtown into Rockin' Bowl. And once we get into Rockin' Bowl, veterans and children under 12 get in for free. And all veterans eat for free. So every Blue Monday, they have a Blue Monday Blue Plate special. So we're doing red beans and rice because it's red, white, and Blue Monday. So veterans eat for free. Also, general public, it's $10 admission to get in. And all the proceeds go to the Blue Monday mission and to Two Navy Vets Foundation.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have a presentation of the colors from the Army National Guard. We're going to have Coma High Chorus is going to sing our national anthem. We're going to have presentations of the Grand Marshal. And we're going to give him his award, and then him or her. And then Cedric Watson, Jordan Thibodeau, and the Blue Monday House Band are going to take us home the rest of the night.
Wow. It sounds like it's going to be just amazing, just absolutely amazing. And, you know, a lot of people may not realize that, you know, whenever you are in the foster care system, and I know there were some bills before the legislature this last year to try to deal with this, to extend services. But, you know, if you don't have a family or a family that's not available to you to help you, you know, how are you know, imagine being 22 years old.
Where do you go for the holidays?
Where do you go?
Yes.
Where do you go for the holidays? Where do you go when you need $10 for gas? You know, I mean, where do you know, those things. And then trying to navigate the VA sometimes can be so difficult. I have a Navy veteran at home. I love him very much. We have seen some interesting things that happened. His file disappeared. So imagine you have a 20-plus year career. I mean, so yes, sometimes now these men need an advocate.
Right.
So if somebody is listening to this, can they give you a call or find out more about how to help on that end too?
By all means, you can go. Anyone can go to our website.
Okay.
www.navyvets.org, and what we have there is under the programs, it's an information hub.
Okay.
And the information hub is, as you say, it's hard to navigate. Mm-hmm. So we kind of, I would say, manify it because men we're short vision. So
I love you.
If you click on one of the links, it'll tell you this organization is for this. This organization is for this. If you need homeless shelter, this organization for this. If you need help with mental health or PTSD, click here.
This is perfect
because the VA gives us that big long list.
Right.
Along with the, you're absolutely right. It's the knowledge.
Yeah.
The information's there. It's just weeding through all the big words or to say, okay, this specifically goes for this.
Right.
I'm 100% on hands visual learner.
Right.
So,
right.
I mean, you have to give me the big picture first, and then we can go into the details.
Yep, I get that.
And we're doing our best to advocate, let everyone know that this is the avenue that you need to take for these specific needs. If anyone calls us at 337-357-1255 or 357-8555, we do our very best to connect those individuals with an organization in that area we got a call yesterday from an individual in Georgia. So we contacted Atlanta, Georgia
to be able
to help.
Wow.
And that's the connection. There's a lot of agencies that help, and there's a lot of programs. We need that one agency in the middle to connect. And 2 Navy Vets is that agency. We're the connection point for the veterans, the homeless person, the transitional housing, the foster care person to the other organizations, DAV, VFW, whoever's out there to help. And so we educate ourselves with that, like the refinery mission in Opelousas.
That's right, yeah.
I met with Michelle. I met with Michelle.
She's dynamite, yeah.
Yes, last week to be as a connecting point. So the things that we're thinking about transitional housing, we're going to take that part of our funds that we collect and support that organization because they're better fit instead of having two. How about put all the eggs in one basket?
Yeah, that's genius. That's great. And see, that says everything I think that people need to know. Because you're not about credit. You're about how do we do this effectively to help as many people as possible.
Yes.
And that's beautiful.
And as we have operated in the shadows for years. We've been doing it since 2014. And since it grew, it's like, hey, I stopped my doctoral degree to get a nonprofit degree. It's like, okay, we have to make this legacy last. We refuse. As you say, we took an oath to serve. And the oath doesn't stop until the day we leave here.
That's right.
We also have a company called Clap and Pray Seasoning that generates, was actually created just to generate funds for the organization.
Really? That's cool.
And we have to thank New News because it is in the New News store, which was the first store to say, hey, we believe in your mission, we believe in your vision. You can put your seasoning in our store.
Oh, neat.
And everyone asks us, like, what makes the seasoning different? It's the purpose. The whole purpose is you purchase a great seasoning, you're supporting a great foundation. At the same time.
You really are. You really are. Oh my gosh, the best kept secret around. Now everybody knows.
Yes.
Y'all, thank y'all so much for your time this morning. We're going to make sure we put this up on the website with all the info that people are going to need. What a tremendous honor to meet you. Roland, thank you. I'm so glad I got to meet you. Sarah, thanks for hooking all of us up together. I appreciate that. Y'all have a great hump day, okay?
Thank you, you too.
All right, coming up now on 829, I've got traffic and I've got news. All of that coming up on the way on Acadiana's Morning News.